Okay, my screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In last lecture we are seeing the point that is a generate the p pseudocode random number. Okay, in that we are seeing some of the methods that will be a random seed, get, start, set, start, like all the points we are cover. Okay, now today we will start with the next point, that will be a CSV file in the Python. Okay, a CSV file means what? The long form of CSV is what? Common separated values, means what? It will be the one type of Excel sheet, with, like, we know that at the time of saving any type of file, we are mentioning like that dot some extension is there. So like CSV is also one type of extension we are giving to the Excel file. Okay, so format is the most common and important experts from the spreadsheet or and a database. Okay, so it is one of the most common method for exchanging data between application and popular data format used in the data science. Okay, means what? The we are using this CSV file, means like, suppose we want to attach the data of the thousands of students in a single program. So that time we are using this CSV file directly to access the data from that Excel sheet. Okay, so it will be one of the data science tool. Okay, we call it as it will be a data science tool. In most of the time we are using the CSV file in the machine learning program or image processing program, like that all. Okay, a CSV file stores a tabular data in which each data field is separately by the delimiters. Means what? We are separating data with the some of the names, like we are having some of the title to that file, that each and every column. Means what? We call it as it will be in tabular form. Means what? Suppose I want to save the data of students, so that time what I should do? I should give first preference to roll number, then name, then so email ID, like that. I will give some of the title to my columns. Okay, so we call it as it will be in the tabular format. Okay, to represent a CSV file, it must be saved with the .csv file extension. Okay, what it be? We are saving file with the .csv extension. Okay, so we are having two operation in CSV file. One is a reading and other is a writing. Okay, so reading operation in CSV means what? We are just reading the content. That suppose I will create one of the a CSV file and I want to just read the content of that file, CSV file. So that time we are using the read operation. So a Python content a module called a CSV for the handling of CSV file. Okay, okay, the reader class from the module is used for reading data of CSV file. Means what? We are using reader class. Okay, we are using reader class module to read the data from that CSV file. Okay, so at first the CSV file is opened using the open method. Means what? Okay, we want to read that file, so for that we need to first of all open that file. We are opening that file in the R mode. Okay, R mode means what? Reading mode. Okay, which returns the object that is read by the reader. Means what? We are taking the sum of the return value, that will be a reader value. Means what? We got the that a CSV file in the opening mode. Okay, so the CSV module that returns the reader object that it read through the line of specific CSV document. Means what? It will be totally returning us the a CSV file. Okay, now we will see how to create a CSV file. Okay, so just first of all, you have to open Excel sheet. Okay, Microsoft Excel sheet. Okay, and in that we are storing some of the data. Okay, my Excel window is visible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now suppose here I want to store the student data. So I will write like this: roll number, name. Okay, okay, just these two data I will take. Like I will take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like that. I will take just right now a 10 student data. Okay, here simply I will take. Okay, simply here I will take the sum of the only two columns are there. So at the time of saving this file, I will save this file, save as a, you have to you have to click here. We are having lots of extension here, so we are taking this CSV common delimiter. We are taking this CSV because we are having two more options are there related to CSV file. So we are taking this a common delimiter extension. Okay, and we are saving like done. Okay. Okay. Okay, save it as with a extension that will be a CSV extension. Okay, you have to click on the OK and click on the yes button. Now we will see the example for a CSV file in the reading mode. So the how to execute program here. So first of all, you have to upload that a CSV file that we are creating right now. So we are taking that file with like, okay, this file will be saved here. So I will first of all upload that file in my Google Cloud Google Colab platform. Okay, now just over here the file will be uploaded. Reminder uploading file deleted events from time. Okay. Okay, you have to see here my CSV file will be uploaded. Okay, you have to see here my CSV file will be uploaded here. So here I will write the program for the reading that CSV file. So for that, first of all, we need to import the CSV file. Okay, the module that will be a CSV module. Then after that, I will just write the simple file is equal to open. Which file I want to open? I want to open this a student.csv file. Here I am directly mentioning a student.csv. So if you are working with the ideally that time you have to clear that this CSV file is present in your a Python folder where your each and every program should be a save. Okay. So here next I will use the method that will be a reader. Why? Because here I am performing the reading operation on that CSV file. So here I take CSV reader is equal to CSV dot reader. Okay, we are having this will be a method. Reader will be a method, and which file I want to read, that will be a file, because in this file variable I am saving this file. Okay. So after that, here I will take one more header is equal to next, means what we want to perform the next operation. So that here I am taking the row is equal to simply a empty a square bracket. Why? Because we want to read all the data that will be present in that CSV file. So for reading each and every line of data, we are taking the here for loop, and we are executing for loop up to my data that I want to enter, that will be at the end of the file, and at last I will close my file. Okay, so after execution, just you have to see here the output. Okay, the data that I will enter in my that CSV file, that will be a roll number and name. It will be represent like the format of the, I think so it will be the representation of the list format. Okay, so here one more type of representation is there. You have to see here, it will be like this, means it will be in the row and a column format. So for that, simply here I am taking the with opening file. It will be other method that we are like for loop, we are taking with open the file which is I open in the read mode, and I will use the same reader method, and just simply I will display for loop. It will be the tabular format. It will be the output will be a in tabular format. Okay, so this operation will be the related to reading the CSV file. Okay, any doubt related to reading the CSV file? So you are perform the this operation, that will be the CSV reading operation. You have to perform. Okay, you have to perform the read operation on CSV file. You have to first of all create one of the CSV file by using Microsoft Excel, and you have to save that file with the extension of CSV, the format which will be a common delimiter. CSV is a common delimiter. You have to save in that format. Roll B division, roll number 19. B division, roll number 19.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Any doubt?
Sorry. No, ma'am.
Yeah. You have to perform the reading operation on CSV file. Yes. Okay, how many of you complete with the program execution? Any doubt is there regarding how to create a CSV file and how to upload that CSV file in the Google Colab platform? Okay, now we will move to the next point, that will be the write operation in CSV file. Okay, a CSV write class means here in reading we are using the reader class. In writing we are using the writing class, in which we are inserting data in the CSV file. Means what, here the file which we are creating, in that we are just putting the 10 values only. After, by using a writing operation, we are putting the more data in the CSV file. Okay, so this
Hello,
class,
ma'am.
yes,
What is CSV file? Can you explain?
yeah, CSV file is a common separated value. Means what, it will be a same like a Excel file. Means we are just giving the extension that will be the common delimiter. Means what, we are using a data for reading and writing in the specific format. We are creating many of the Excel file, but we are giving the extension is like Excel, or we are giving them some of the extension like in different format. Like for each and every file we are converting that Excel in PDF also, or any other format also. Like that, CSV is a one of the file extension that will be a common separated values. Means what, we are separating value. Means at the representation you have to see here, if I will execute this code, so you have to see here the representation. It will be separated my value here in CSV file. I am not giving any type of commas or brackets like that, but it will be a separated value. Means what, it will be a separate the each and every value in some of the specific formats. So we call it as a, it will be a common spreadsheet. Okay. Okay. So now we will see the writing operation. So a CSV file object should be opened with new line is equal to is equal us the message which we want to insert in our a new line. Okay. Otherwise we are taking the some of the character inside that double quote. Means what, in that we are using the for inserting the value. So you have to see here the syntax for writing for that. Like a same reader function, we are taking CSV dot writer method to write the content in my that CSV file. So here in first parameter is what we are mentioning the file name, that in that file, in that CSV file we are writing the some of the data. After that, here I taking the dialects is equal to Excel sheet. Means what, we are providing the number of rows and column in that CSV file, and we are writing the parameters which we are inserting in our CSV file. Okay. Next, we are taking the class that will be a class. There are two methods are there related to write operation. First is a write row and write rows. Means what, write row means what, we are writing only single row, but write rows means what, we are writing multiple rows in our program. Okay. So the write row, for write row we are having this syntax, that is write row and fields. Means what, which fields we are means inserting in our Excel sheet. Okay, CSV file Excel sheet. And a write row, in that we are providing the write CSV file in Python, write rows and bracket madhe the rows. Means the rows which we are inserting in our program. Means these two are similar actually, but the difference, multiple rows we are inserting and single rows we are inserting, like that. Okay, so we will see the first example for that. So here I am writing this in program with the same with the same two the methods which we are using. Okay, so suppose here what I should do, I should take the first field. In that I am putting the name, branch, year and CGPA of that student. Okay, like that. Okay, so here just here I am taking the CSV file. Means what, here I am taking the reference that will be a university record of CSV file. Means what, this file I will be give the name to that file. Means the file which I will put it here. In that I am passing 1 2 3 4 5 6. Here I am writing the sum of the name of the 6 student related to that CSV file. Means in writing that CSV file. After that I will open that file with the write mode. Why? Because I want to write the data in that file. So for that I am using the write mode here as a CSV file. My CSV file is what, a university records dot CSV. Okay, in that I am taking the CSV writer is equal to CSV dot writer of that CSV file name. Means what, which file name, the file name will be this row file name. It will be take it, because write is one of the method. Yes. Okay. Here after that CSV write dot write row and write rows means what? Here I am taking both the method in the same program. So after execution of this program, it will be you have to see here, where is that file? Okay. Okay, I will take here the name. Dot CSV. बरोबर. Okay, so you have to see here now my CSV file with this data that will be I enter right now, means what I should do, I will totally create a new. Here I will suppose give the range of 25, means what, but in my CSV file only the 6 name right now, in my this list only 6 names are there. So this will be the write operation. Okay, by we are using two methods, write row and write rows. Okay. If you want to display a data more than that, you have to insert here. But suppose here we are using two means what it this two data will be first of all the right rows only row method will be what, writing the fields. Fields means what, which fields? Just okay, fields means what, this will be my field, that is the name, branch, year and CGP. And this row means what, it will be a display all the data that I will enter here for my writing the operation in my CSV file. Okay, this will be the writing operation in the CSV file. Okay. Okay, any doubt regarding the write operation in the CSV file? Okay, any doubt is there regarding the operation related to CSV file? We are having two operation related to CSV file. One is a reading and other is a writing. Roll number A division 45. Okay. So how many of you perform the read operation on CSV file? Read operation in CSV file. Okay, how many of you?
Done, ma'am. You're done.
Okay, any doubt is there? I ask to everyone, any doubt is there regarding reading and writing operation related to CSV file? We are using this a CSV reading and writing operation, most of the time if our data will be a more than 100 on like that means, or suppose we want to display the data of student, like here for writing I am taking this example. Okay, so suppose we are creating one of the Excel sheet and directly suppose we want to access that data with executing of 2 to 3 line of code. So that time we are using the read operation. Why? Because here we are directly saving our program with that name and we are directly taking that data in our program. So we call it as a, it will be the it will be the operation related to CSV file. Means what? Totally this operation will be related to the this operation will be totally related to the Excel file. That will be a CSV file. Okay, most of the time this CSV file format we are using in the program of deep learning and machine learning. Why? Because in that we are having like in image processing we are having a single image. Means suppose here Swary logo is there, the variation of that logo of Swary, it will be a more than 100 images are there. Like so in some of the images are dark faint like that. Means what? It will be a lots of variations. Uh, so suppose you have to write CSV file for image Python. Okay, suppose simply you are typing in Google, that will be a just simply you have to like write CSV file download in Python. So we are having lots of here data that will lots of links are there that will be provide a CSV file freely. Means what? Like suppose here I will go to this website, that will be a Kaggle website. Here it will be having a lots of data, okay, related to CSV file. Means what? This will be actually coding. Means what? Here you have to see here some of the CSV file is there, like related to image processing. Suppose you want to perform the like image processing CSV file download. Okay, so if I click like this, so it will be a go to the here we in internet it will be a call it as a with a name that will be the a data exchange. Okay, it will be a giving the name as a data exchange. Okay, so simply I will click on this link, so it will be open some of this space. So you have to see here, you have to directly download with the this Excel sheet with the different formats. Okay, so like that we are having no in CSV the name is indicate the standard format. Okay, name it indicate the standard format. So so that's why we are not opening that file name in the different format. Okay, okay, we can't take any other file format name. Why? Because it will be a standard related to this the operation which we are performing here. It will be a just 1 minute. Okay, just it will be a related to a CSV file. The name it indicate with a CSV file. So we are if you are doing the some of the small program, that time we are taking any file. But if we are not giving the a CSV extension, the CSV file will be not executed. Okay, so we can't give the name because everyone know that one of the format that will be a zip file format. Everyone know that if suppose we are in zip file, what will be the output? We are putting the lots of data in that in zip file. So like that CSV is a one of the zip extension of the Excel, Microsoft Excel. Means okay, so you have to see here. Okay, you have to see here my right now my Excel file is there. So you have to see here, you have to see here two Excel file are there. you have to see here the representation of this Excel and this Excel. Why? Because it will be a totally different. The simple Excel format is what this, and this will be the CSV extension. Means what? We are like, we are accessing this data is anywhere, and this data is also we are accessing anywhere. But the differentiate is what the CSV file is we are taking in to separate the values and file. Suppose here I will upload this simple this file format. It will be a not executing in my Python. Why? Because we are performing some of the operation related to that file in our program. Okay. So any doubt? How many of you complete with the program of reading and writing in CSV file? How many of you? Any doubt is there? Then ask related to how to create a CSV file or how to upload it. आहे कुणाला काय डाऊट? कुठला पॉइंट समजला नाही असं? Any doubt is there? If any doubt, then ask. Yes. Your voice is not. Yes, your voice is not audible clearly. Yes, you have to put your message in chat. Actually, your voice is not clear. Okay, any doubt? Okay, anyone want to share? Just a minute. But yes, it will be display data in the format that here like this format. Okay, after execution of this program, our data should be in the like this proper format. It will be a represented that data in the this format. Yes. Yes, your voice is not audible. It will be a display data in this tabular format, or like the operation we are performing, like read operation, like this format. Yes, you have to put your answer on chat actually. Yeah, what about read operation? Means it will be a display Excel data in this format. Okay. In writing mode, what will be the output? It will be a display like this tabular format.
And suppose we do changes in the Excel sheet and then upload it on Google Colab, and then will Google Colab update that information whatever we made the changes in the Excel sheet?
Yes. Okay, so can you share your screen?
Okay, ma'am.
I will stop my sharing. You have to share your screen.
Ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible.
And suppose I have created One minute. Means, I have created Excel file by using this Raj, Golu and Pandu. Suppose I want to
Yeah, but
update.
in program you are writing .csv extension, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So it will be taking your file in the CSV file format, not it will be taken in Excel format. Actually, you have to create a separate Excel. You have to save it in a simple format, not in the CSV file format. Here, your program will be take your file as a CSV extension. It will be not taking in the format in the means like a simple format actually.
Then, ma'am, it will change whatever the changes I made in Excel. Is it possible?
Means what? What?
Suppose, 1 minute.
Yes.
And suppose I will change here by any other name, and here also other, and then save it. Then, ma'am, in Google Colab, will it update? It is not updating, ma'am, here also.
Where? Yeah.
In Google Colab, because I have made changes in the Excel and save it also.
No,
But-
it is not needed to. You have to change in if you are make the changes in your Excel file, okay, CSV file, sorry. So it will be not reflected here. Why? Because you are now we are totally refreshing all data by using that operation. Your whole data will be updated once again. Means what? The right of we are using only two operations. One is for writing and reading. Okay, so at writing at reading mode we are just reading the content. Suppose in our file 10 number of student data is there, only that data will be displayed. But at write mode what we are doing, in write mode whole data should be automatically exchanged. But suppose after doing the changes in this CSV file which you are creating, after that you need to upload that CSV file one more time. Why? Because you are taking the means you are doing the program here, Excel sheet is here, but in Google Colab platform is totally running on the online mode na right now. So how it
Yes,
will be
ma'am.
take that changes in that CSV file? Are you understood your problem?
Means, ma'am, when I will do changes in the Excel, then
Yeah,
I have to upload it
Aika,
again on the Google
I
Colab, right?
you have to make the changes in this CSV file, and you have to take this CSV file once again to upload in your Google Colab platform. And after that, you have to execute this program.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Huh.
Thank you, ma'am.
हा तुम्ही काय करा आता, जस्ट मी आय विल शेअर माय स्क्रीन अँड आय विल टेल. Okay. Okay, suppose you have to make the changes in your this file, so we need to upload, just 1 minute. If you have to make the changes in our this file, suppose here I will insert a data, okay, and after that suppose here I will save, okay, yes, okay. Suppose now I will execute this program, but it will be a show the data related to only a 10 the student. Just 1 minute, actually this CSV file now with these names, okay. So if I will execute like that, it will be not taking our correct output. Why? Because now we are doing the our we are creating our CSV file in the a different platform. Means we call it as a we are creating our CSV file in the offline like mode, and we are executing programming on online mode. So that's why we need to once again we need to upload that CSV file. And after uploading that CSV file, okay, after uploading that CSV file, I will execute. You have to see here. Okay,
Yes, ma'am. Got it.
got it?
Yes, ma'am. But, ma'am, this is the one way. Instead of this, is it there any another module to do this?
No, actually the point name will be a CSV file. Okay, it will be a totally related to only Python concept actually, CSV file. Why? Because in CSV file, we are now, everyone know that we are Python languages we are using for deep learning, machine learning, like that all program, image processing program. So we have a in that we don't know what will be the output next in image processing, or like that all depends. So that time we need to use this CSV file, because we are suppose my CSV file that will be my student.csv. Suppose here this file will be a, if anyone don't know, and suppose I will say you have to say here just it will be a, like a student, but the extension will be not provided here, but you have to move to this point, it will be a provide you a extension. Means what? Which file format is yours, means what? There is a no any way related to this a CSV file. It will be a standard file format, CSV common. We are call it as a common separated value. Means what? If suppose we are taking a simple CSV, no, the file will suppose Excel. Simply, I will take this simple Excel. Okay, just I will copy the data of this. Okay, I will copy this data and I will paste simply here. Okay, and what I should do, I will save this file in the simple format. Okay, here means what? Excel workbook. You have to see here name Excel workbook. Suppose I will save student. Okay, okay, like that. And suppose I will upload here that file. Okay, which file? This file. Okay, now this file will be accept. You have to see here the extension. It will be a in XLX format. Suppose here I mention that XLX. Okay, I will write like this. So it will be a give the error. Why? Because this will be a not accessible here, because we are performing all the operation related to CS. So for reading we are having reader method, and writing we are having writer method. Okay, so we are there is a no any way. And I will in next lecture means I will tell one of the big project related to this CSV file. Okay, it will be a just simply review related to the CSV file actually. The concept CSV file is a very vast actually. I will in next lecture I am actually executing one of the project related to CSV file. In that program I am writing reading, I am performing reading, writing, and some of the more operation, means like inserting data in the same CSV file. Like that means one I will do one of the project actually, but it required a more time to execute. So that's why today I will just simply give the introduction of related to CSV file reading and writing operation. So okay, so anyone want to anyone having any related any doubt related to now CSV file? Yes, anyone? So all of you are done with the execution of reading and writing file? Hello, I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubt? Anyone? Only I think so one or two students are giving every time reply. What about others? Yes. Anyone want to share their screen? Yes, anyone want? Yes. Okay, any doubt is there? Ki how to perform read, write, like that, all operations?
No, ma'am.
Yes. Yes.
No, ma'am, no doubt.
Okay. So how many of you complete with the execution? You have to share your program related to CSV file with output in our Python group. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Everyone. Yes, we are performing this operation on ideally also. Okay, so okay, I will tell here also how to perform this operation on ideally also. Okay, because some of you are using ideally. Okay, so we will perform this operation on ideally also. Here just you have to change the path. Okay, just here I will take copy the path here. Just simply copy this path, and the path you have to okay. Okay, so you have to see here the output. Okay, so how to just you have to give the path here. Actually, in ideally in a Google Colab platform, we are just giving that file name, okay, with a forward slash. But here we are just giving the path of the location where your CSV file will be present. Okay. No, we are not like means I am don't know, but it is, I think so, in command prompt it will be not possible actually. But suppose we are using the that will be a concept, that will be a command line argument like that point. So we need to do changes in that. Means we are executing our CSV file program in the command prompt. Actually I am not done with that point, but it may be possible if you have to try. Yeah, I will share after. Now today our fifth chapter will be fourth chapter will be completed. After that I will share the Google Colab point. Okay, so okay, all of you understood with this point. Now any doubt is there regarding reading and writing CSV file format? Okay, now we will move to the next point, that will be a last point in our fourth chapter, that will be a login facility for Python. Okay, so means what, just this will be the login facility for Python. Means what, we totally this related with the like a login page or some of the application that we are developing like that. So a login is a mean of tracking the events that happened when some software runs. A login is important for software development, debugging, and running. Means what, suppose we are installing some of the suppose software at that time, our machine, or if you are installing anywhere else, the machine will be asked us to the password that related to that session. Means we are executing, or we are doing the or we are working with the suppose admin platform. Right now my screen is working as an admin. So if suppose I want to install some of this software, that time it will be asked for our password. Okay, so at the time of execution of any type of software, or login to any of the like we call it as a licensed versions of uh, any of the software, that time we need to put the some of the password, or we need to create a login ID, or we need to create an account for that point. Okay, so if you don't have any login record and your program crashes, there are very little chance that you detect the cause of the problem. Means what, suppose we are logging a record and your program is crash. Means what, some of the time if login will be failed, we didn't get the file which we want from that system or that software. So it will be a sum of, we don't know that right now our program will be, or our file which we want, that will be replaced with us. But you have a little bit chance to की our file will we got our file once again. म्हणजे काय की जर सपोज आपण सिस्टीम वरून एखादी फाईल घ्यायची आणि ती फाईल क्रॅश झाली तर आपल्याकडे एक 1% चान्स असतो की ती फाईल कुठेतरी सेपरेटली सेव्ह झालेली असेल or otherwise it will be a not solving that cause. Okay, so with a login you can leave a trail of a breadcrumbs to that if some goes wrong we can't delimit the cause of the problem. Means what we consider the exam of our Google Colab. Okay, there is no need to save the program which we are executing here. There will be a no need to execute any or save any program in this Google Colab platform. But in ideally without if we are not saving any program, it will be at the time of run it will be asked first you have to save your program. So means what if we are saving our program, so our program should be a save. Suppose अचानक लाईट गेली तर काय होते आपले जे काय प्रोसेसिंग चालू आहे ते तिथल्या पॉइंटला काय होतं स्टॉप होते. आणि जर तो प्रोग्राम और तो जे काय आपण ऑपरेशन करतोय किंवा एखादी वर्ड फाईल तयार करतोय जर आपण ती सेव्ह नाही केली तर ती काय होती जर अचानक लाईट गेली तर ते डेटा सगळा जो काय आहे तो काय होतो डिलीट होतो. तर तो डेटा आपण रिट्राईव्ह करू शकत नाही का तर आपण ती फाईल सेव्हच केलेली नसते. सो फॉर दॅट फर्स्ट वी नीड टू save that content of file that we are writing like that. So there are a number of situations like if you are expecting an integer you have been give a float and you can give a cloud API. Okay, so first you have to here. Okay, here I will write okay just simply code is related to this is like this means what we are performing some of the operation means what it will be not reflect anywhere. Actually we have to see here we are directly using this login dot debugging method, login dot information, login dot warning error and try it is like the exception means what it will be a happen if our system will be get crash or some error will be occur due to the like suppose here if my this Google Colab will be stop working means what we know, we call it as it will be some of the related to the network issue or some other issue like that. Suppose my mail ID I will log out like that. So the login means what it will be some simply a displaying some of the methods some of the messages like you have to see here if warning it will be a display only three output that will be a first warning error and critical, but it will be a not executing this too. Why? Because debugging means what it will be a just debug to check whether any error is there, or information means what we are displaying information means what this information related to next point. It will be a you have to see here we are having there are two built-in levels in that login message. Actually one is a debugging. These are used to give the details information typically of interest only when diagnostic diagnonal problems means what this message when this message will be execute. Suppose in this my program suppose here I will miss the colon. Okay, so it will be a we know that it will be a syntax error act. So we call it as a it will be a debugging error. Okay, it will be a debugging error. Okay, next these are used to confirm the things that are working as a expected means what if my program will be executed successfully, so we call it as a my means it will be the system will be working properly. Next warning, these are used and indication that sometimes unexpected happened. Okay, unexpected happen means what suppose here in program I am not giving here indentation. It is needed to give the indentation here. Why? Because after colon we need to give the indentation to our program. So what we call it as it will be the we call it as it will be the warning. What it will be a display message like we need to hear indentation. Suppose this will be a warning like we call it as. Okay, or you know that in at the time of execution program in turbo C it will be after execution it will be a written in a warning, but if warning is there still in C we are executing our program. Okay, and error means what you know that some of the serious problem or some of the missing of syntax or functions the error will be occur in Python program. Okay, critical means what? This tells serious error, indicate that the program itself may be unable to continue the running. Means what? We call it as a, if suppose we are taking the divide by zero exception problem. Okay, we are taking the divide by zero exception problem. In that, suppose our first statement will be executed, but at second statement there will be nothing data is there. So that time it will be a goes to critical and it will be a terminate the execution of our program. So this login part will be the theoretical part. Means what? We know that this type of all type of error or messages will be occur at the time of execution of the program. Okay, so it will be a totally a theoretical part. Okay, so any doubt is there? Okay, any doubt? Okay, actually this point will be announced, not asked anywhere to you. Actually just you get understand that if we are having point like the logging facilities in Python, means what? We are having these files, that is debugging, information, warning, error and critical. These 5 points are there. Okay, so any doubt is there regarding the fourth unit? Actually this will be the end of the fourth unit. So in fourth unit we are seeing the first of all regular expression operation. Means what? Regular expression means what? Like we are having suppose expression like a is equal to a plus b. So for that we are importing the RE module for regular expression. Okay, so in that we are having some of the 5 points, that it will be operations like match, search, find all, split and sub. Means what? Suppose we are writing some of the expression, in that we are matching the pattern, like that we are searching the value which we are entering in our string or in our keyword, like that we are finding all. Means what? The overall string will be a display. Split means what? We are splitting my string with, suppose I will write the program of hello at that time, we are splitting means LLO, like that in the different format. So we call it as it will be a split. And sub means what? We are matching the substring in our main program. So this will be the point, okay, related to regular expression. After that we are performing some of the operation like by using brackets, slash, explanation, dollar symbol like multiplication, plus, opening closing curly bracket, like that all operation, and some of the special sequential operation we are seeing. After that we are seeing the set. Means what? Set means what? We are using this all 10 content to set the at the time of setting the password, like that, or matching the string, like that. This all point is related to the regular expression. Then nantar basic date and time formats, means how we are representing date and time in our system or anywhere where we are displaying the time and date. And after that we are performing the some of the operation related to calendar function. Okay, then after that we are taking the seeing the container data type. Can anyone tell what is the container data type? What is the type of container data type? Okay, what is the type? Tell me the type of container data type. We are seeing this point in the, I think so, second chapter, and in fourth also I will revise that point. So what is the type of container data type? Anyone? Yes, what is the container data types? Yes. The data type which we are learned in the second chapter, list, tuple, set, dictionary, these are the container data types. Okay, so next we are seeing the next point in this chapter is a numpy operation. So in that we are seeing that how to install numpy. The numpy is related to the numerical operation which we are performing on the Python. After that, we are seeing the two types of copy the content of data. One is a shallow copy and other is a deep copy operation. Okay. And after that, we are seeing the mathematical function. In that point, we are we are seeing the multiple operation related to mathematical function. In that, we know that like finding minimum, maximum, or power, like that, all operations we are performing here. In mathematical function, I am giving one of the link to you at in last lecture. In that, more than 50 operations are there related to mathematical functions. In that, cost and like that, all functions are there. Directly it will be returning some of the output. So how many of you are performing the operation related to mathematical function in that list which I provide you in last lecture? Yes, how many of you?
Yes, ma'am. Performing.
Yes,
Yes.
can you share your screen? Anyone, which
Ma'am,
operation? Yes.
and while I'm performing on Google Colab, it needs Python 3.8 version for some modules.
You have to not install the module, math module. Pip install.
No, not Math module. It's Python 3.8 version on Google
Okay.
Colab, and it is not released.
Okay.
I mean, on Ideal we can perform, not on Colab.
Okay. Okay. So, and then next we are seeing the generator of the pseudocode random numbers. Means how to generate the random numbers. Means what? We don't know what will be the output. Actually, it will be called it as a pseudocode random number. Means what? Randomly which number will be displayed, we don't know. We are having some of the different operation related to this. And next will be a file and dictionary access data precision. Means what? We are now we are seeing the operation related to CSV file. Means what? How to read that CSV file, how to perform the right operation on that CSV file. It will be related to file and dictionary. We call it as a file and dictionary. Okay. Then after that, we are seeing the last point, that will be a login facility for a Python. Okay. Suppose now you have to perform the CSV file operation like that. You have to make the program, and in that you have to take the one of the CSV file which will contain the data, like you have to take the CSV file like university record. In that you have to put your roll number or your roll number, name, and CGPA, like that. The program which I execute here related to a CSV file, like that. So you have to just simply what you should do, you should create the CSV file related to a student or like 100 student data. Okay, 100 student, you have to enter the data of 100 student, and you have to perform the reading operation in that. And after that you have to replace data like this. In suppose you are entering the data of 100, that or we have to enter the 1 to 15 roll number data in the CSV file, and after that you have to copy that file in somewhere else, and after that you have to perform the right operation on the same file, like that. You have to do the some of the program related to CSV file. Actually, the CSV file we are seeing the next, actually the project. After that I will give you we need to you all are do the same program, okay, related to that. Okay. So in CSV file, we are having one more point, that we are converting. Suppose we are taking any of the image file that we want to display in CSV. So in CSV file format, we are having like, suppose we are taking one image, but in CSV file we want to display the no, the different variations related to that images, so that we see in the next point. Okay. So this will be the all operation related to the CSV file. Okay. So this will be the end with the fourth chapter. Any doubt is there regarding any point of the fourth chapter? That will be any. Actually, we are having just simply all the operation related to a standard library modules and the packages which we are using here, like date time package or calendar package. Then a copy operation, copy model. We are having two modules in copy, deep copy and shallow copy, like that. this all operation. So okay. So any doubt is there? Okay, related to fourth unit. So I want some of the student who done with the who done with the CSV file operation. You have to share your screen. Yes, how many of you? Okay, anyone want to share your screen? Yes. The related to the operation you have to do on CSV file, like the reading and writing operation. Yes. Or can I call random number? They must have to share your program. To POE, you have a problem actually. How to execute? Okay, so can I call roll number randomly? If you are not showing, your absentee will be marked there. Okay. Or can anyone want to share Mihir, Yash?
Ma'am, I have already said, no?
Yes, you just I call the names actually randomly. Okay. Okay. Nikita, A division, roll number 30. You want to share? Nikita.
I am.
Yes. Yes, Nikita. What is problem? You are not done with the program.
I'm not done.
Why you are not done? I will give the time to you actually. Okay. What about others? How many of you complete with the program?
No, I'm
Ma'am, I
performing.
have sent on WhatsApp group, ma'am.
Yes, yes. I got it. You are just I will give the time. If you don't want to perform the operation in means in between lecture, you have to tell na. I will not give you time actually. We are covered with the next points. So okay, next lecture onwards I am not giving any time to you to perform the Python program. Just I will explain, I will show the program or execution, and I will move to the next point. Okay. So any doubt is there related to the fourth unit?
No, ma'am.
Okay, remaining student. Yes, remaining student. Don't put your present in chat. I will already take your present. Okay. So okay, I think so. In next lecture means like if I got next lecture, then we will start with the fifth unit. Okay. So simply in fourth unit, I will share this all file with you. Okay, related to the operation or program we are performing on the fourth unit. But I don't want you have to copy same as it is all program. You have to do or you have to make the changes in that. Okay, you have to make the changes in that program. You are if I pass this program, you have to take this program as it is. You are not doing any changes in that file. Okay, at the time of external, if I found that you have to perform same as it is program, I will not consider it. So here we are, I will perform all the operation related to regular expression. That will be a find all. Then after match, the date class means in date class we are having some of the 3 to 5 way to represent the data. Okay. After that, related to same time related also we are having same. Okay. So now chapter will be over. I will definitely share this all, and same related to calendar we are having. So in same also we are seeing in NumPy also how to create an array, how to give the indexing to array, some of the basic operation related to that array we are seeing. After that we are performing two copy operation. One is a shallow copy and deep copy. In that the shallow copy means what? We are taking the only the data related to that list, but in in deep copy it will be a store two results. Okay, in shallow also it will be a save two result, but it will be a reflect with the original data. But in deep copy, original data is saved as it is, and it will be a reflect on the other data that we are creating. Okay, after that we are seeing the some of the operation related to the CSV file. And then we are seeing the p pseudocode generation, some of the programs methods that we are performing in last lecture. And now we are seeing the login in Python. Means what? We are having the 4 types of totally 5 types related to a login information of Python, and that program will be there. Okay, so I ask once again, any doubt is there regarding any point related to fourth unit, or any point which you want to repeat? Yes. Related with our syllabus, we are complete with the fourth unit. Okay, so if you are having doubt regarding any chapter related point, like will be a first, second, third, fourth, any. Okay, and now we are in fifth chapter. We are having the points. Just 1 minute. Okay, in next we will start with the fifth chapter. So just here I will give the basic introduction or syllabus introduction related to fifth unit. Okay, in that we are you are performing the you know that the concept related to multi-threading. And in this chapter we are having the some of the multi-threading point, like how to we are performing the operation on that means a multi-threading operation. In that we are having parallelism, means how the each and every content is parallel with you. And we are having content variables and synchronization of input and output operation And we are having one more same concept in that GUI program is how to perform the graphical user interface program is GUI. Like suppose we consider as a login. So how we are creating that login page? So for that login page, what we need label, like we need the text, then buttons, like that. Means what this all part we are seeing in the one point that will be the introduction to GUI program. So in this there will be the fifth chapter will be also a little bit in just a point is related to GUI. So you need to perform that GUI programming ideally also, or in Google Colab also there will be no issue. But at the time of like we call it as a we are accessing data from the SQL database or somewhere else, like that. Means like we are performing the connectivity, it will be giving the error like I will perform actually. But if I am working with ideally, it will be a display GUI, but connectivity is not done. But at Colab platform connectivity done, but GUI will be not displayed, like that. But I will give one. I will try it execute this on the any other platform related to Python actually, because same problem is with you all also. If my if you are working with ideally, your program will be not executed and like that. So and that's why we need suppose for the execution of this GUI program, I will definitely suggest you all to you have to take the PyCharm software. PyCharm software. Why? Because the PyCharm is actually not, we are not know that like it will be actually licensed version, but we are taking it. It will be, we got the PyCharm with 1 month of the free trial. Okay, 1 month of free trial. So we need to take that. Okay, so I request all of you to install the PyCharm on your system. And all, if suppose those who are working with the Google Colab, we will definitely try with the same to import the many of the packages related to GUI to perform the operation. Okay, so this will be a simply a overview related to fifth related to a fifth chapter. Okay. Okay. Don't put your presentee on chat. I will already take your presentee. Okay. So this will be a related to the content related to the fifth chapter. Okay. So any doubt? If you have any doubt, you have to ask me or you have to message, and you have to perform the all the program that we covered today, and you have to share that all program in our Python group. I see that only some of the few candidates are there. Those who have to send their program in respective Python group only, not all students. Okay, if you are not performing the programs, it will be a totally reflect with your POE marks. Okay, and